Good afternoon and thanks for joining us right here at Midday Kentucky, downtown location for Shakespeare & Co. We're downtown and we've taken over one half of the bar. But don't worry, we're drinking enough for everyone that would normally be here.
Cheers to that.
Cheers. Amber, welcome back. Where have you been?
I know. My mom has been in town. She came from Florida. So I warned her it was going to be really cold.
She came up?
Yeah, she came up. I warned her. I was like, it's going to be cold. She's like, oh, that's great. You know, it's a change from how hot it's been.
But it was cold.
Oh, and I told everybody. I was like, that'll last 15 minutes. I think it lasted 10. For the rest of the trip, it's so cold, but I had a blast. It was really great. I've missed you guys, though. How have you been?
We've been a little busy. We've had a full house of everyone coming up. You know what I love about being downtown? This is a people-watching area.
Yes.
And so I keep telling everyone, go around, go around.
Because
they want to
waving
come
to
on
his
set.
people.
Go around, I say. Come on in the other way. Come in and have a look. You can see over my shoulders that we've got a full house back there. But what were you going to say?
I was going to say, it's fun to be downtown. It is. It's, you know,
well, I would love a
away.
studio downtown.
Me too.
Would you?
Have like windows kind
yes.
of. I mean, like we're talking like the big time shows.
Yeah.
I don't see why it's not happening.
Maybe we could ask Dr. Edward if we could just take over this half of the bar and just do Midday Kentucky.
Well, I don't see why we can't do newscast at the bar. I'm just saying.
There will be no newscast by the end of the show.
It's happy hour.
It's happy hour. You're right. Okay, look. You know I like to bring a little funny video in at the top of the show.
Always.
Yeah. You ready for this one? This is too cute. Let's bring it up, everyone.
Yes.
Fences are supposed to be, you know, to keep the horses in, right?
Right.
But this horse, just take a look. It is too cute. Trying to get through the fence.
It's actually amazing.
Okay. And then get through. But now, all the other horses, it's a joke, are laughing.
Well, he got out though.
It's just too
cute. That's a tricky fence. So you have horses, I have horses.
Yeah.
I have a horse now, he's an old guy now. Yeah, we still
in Lexington?
have him. No, I never brought them up. They're my parents' kids. But he has done this since he was young.
Yeah.
And like I brought him to college with me, and I lived on a farm for a while. And I came back. I came back.
Did you go to an agricultural college?
Close, but I was an equine science major to start. So. I come back one day to the pasture and all the babies, the yearlings are all out. And these are nice yearlings. And I'm like, what is going on? And he's like, yeah, your horse let himself out and then went ahead and let all the babies out. So we just left them. And I
think it's too cute. Now, if you are into horses and your family are into horses, you know that there's normally a horse that all the kids learn to ride on.
Oh, yes.
Okay. We had one of those little horses.
Was he a pony?
Little pony. Her name was Kai, K-Y-E, and she died. She was about 28 when she died. This horse had been through 2 families teaching the kids.
So they know everything.
But it would, when she didn't want to be ridden anymore, she'd go up to the barbed wire fence, go under the fence, and you'd be laying back on the horse like this. But she would stop before the wire hit your neck.
So she was smart enough to do that.
Oh, she was a rotten horse.
But they know. It's always a pony, too.
I know.
And if you don't learn to ride on one, I feel like you're missing out.
Yeah.
Because they teach you.
But she was the best pony that we all learned to ride on.
Did she let herself out? They're too smart for their own good.
Completely. She'd get down on her hands, on her knees, the hands and
she
knees,
was a special
and
horse.
crawl under the fence. She was the bloody funniest horse you've ever met in your life.
Everybody needs one.
All right, let's get on with the show, everyone. I want to tell you a little bit about Serena Williams. She is an amazing sportswoman, as you know. Let's put up the full screen. She's now the GQ's Woman of the Year, which is yet another honour she deserves, everyone.
Absolutely.
But the magazine cover is facing backlash because they've put the quotation of woman in quotation marks. Now, people immediately think about how Serena has been called a man because she's so athletic. I do believe that people have said that about her before as well.
Yeah, she's very muscular.
I don't think they've called her a man. I think they say she has a man's body.
She has a manly body.
But GQ says it's all a misunderstanding, and because the handwritten designer, Virgil Abloh, who writes everything in quotation marks. So this isn't the first time he's done that.
Right.
And she has worked with the photographer before and the designer. So I'm not sure whether I would be offended by that. What about you?
Well, I don't think people know the backstory that she's worked on a couple campaigns with him, and that's kind of their signature to put words in quotes. I know logo was in one, her name was in other. The other thing is, I don't know, a lot of people, I guess we should probably say, GQ is a magazine that's aimed towards men. In it, I don't know, they crossed out the men. It doesn't offend me as a woman. I can see where if somebody wanted to pick an issue with it, not knowing the backstory, they could. Yeah. But they're all saying it's okay. It's not anything.
Well, I think sometimes people find things just to be...
Oh, absolutely.
Just to sort of get the thing going. I don't think it's necessary. Because, look, we all have watched this woman play tennis. She's incredible.
Oh, she's
You're not going to mess with this woman. So you can say whatever you want. And she's going to come out and slam that ball across that court.
And you know, in the cover shoot, she's in a power pose. She's obviously in a leotard, which is a woman's outfit.
Can we bring up that cover shoot again?
It's a strong cover. Strong cover.
She's stunning.
Oh, completely. I mean, I think that's just a play on words for a men's magazine. I don't,
Look, because they normally do GQ Men of the Year. Yeah. So now they're saying she's the GQ Woman of the Year. So there's not a GQ for women's magazine.
Well, is she replacing the Man of the Year?
No, I don't think so. I think there was someone else. I can't remember who was the Man of the Year, but it was announced just recently. So and I'm not talking about People's Man of the Year either.
I don't see a problem with it.
Alrighty, let's move on, my friend. Now, Amber, you brought in a story about a man that was, is he kicked out of Disneyland?
He is banned
for
from
life?
all Disney properties now. So you talk about inciting fire. This man decided to bring a sign, and it said Trump 2020. It was kind of like a campaign sign that you see in people's yards. But he brought it on Splash Mountain. So have you ever been to Disney World?
Disneyland.
Okay, well, same thing. You know where they kind of take a picture at some random moment of the ride? So that's what he did. He held up that picture right at that right time. He said he wanted to go viral to support Trump's campaign. Now, this is not the first time that he's done this. He said on his Facebook page in October, he held up an Ivanka Trump flag in Epcot. So he's kind of targeting those properties. You can see there, that's a big one. Now, a Disney spokesperson said he's not banned because those are his political views, but because he broke park rules, which is understandable. And that includes waving banners is one. The park's policy says guests cannot organize demonstrations or speeches using, quote, any flag, banner, or sign for commercial purposes or inciting a crowd. Now, Disney has had this happen before, so there's obviously a reason why that's in. Back in September, somebody hung a Trump 2020 sign right there on the wall.
Oh my gosh.
I guess they feel Disney is a good
well, it should be political free. It should also be a place where not just political, but no one should be voicing their...
No, it's Disney.
Worldwide views, maybe? Is that the right word to use?
And you know, and this is so minute, but...
It's meant to be a place of happiness.
And people from
that
all
sign
over
doesn't
the
look happy
world
to me.
There. No. Like, he may be targeting the wrong crowd. I don't think the 2-year-olds have his vote.
And I'm not going to get in trouble because I just said that. I don't care what any political person you are, Democrat or Republican, I don't care. Whatever floats your boat.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
No, I agree.
I'm happy everyone has a choice, and that's one amazing thing about this country.
But Disney properties, probably not
should be politically free.
And even if that's our opinion or not, that's their rule, and they're a private property, so you have to follow it.
I don't think they're private. I think they're shareholders.
Oh, okay.
I think it's on the stock exchange, but I could be wrong.
Well, but it's not like a public park.
Well, they own ABC as well.
Well, they own everything.
So
Disney kind of owns the world.
That Mickey Mouse made them rich.
Yeah, they're...
Alrighty, now let's talk a little bit about the royal family. Before we get to this story, I just want to tell everyone, Prince Charles, tally-ho, mate. Tally-ho, matey.
Is that what we say?
Yeah, tally-ho, matey.
Cheers. No, not cheers. I don't know.
Now, Prince Charles turned 70. He's the longest reigning Prince of Wales in the history of the monarch. The reason why, his mother has good genes.
That's why? Sturdy, strong.
She ain't going to go anywhere. She was just photographed recently riding. Now, I think she is, I could say 92 or 93. She's not going anywhere.
No.
Okay? And she looked incredible on the horse. But anyway.
Does she ride side saddle?
Oh, she used to. When she does the royal parade, now it's not changing the guard.
The Jubilee?
Maybe
Because that's
I've forgotten, but you've thrown me. But that's the only time she rides side saddle, and when she leads the parade. And I can't remember what it's down.
And she still does that?
Yeah, she still does it.
That's impressive.
Yeah. Alrighty, so we want to introduce you to a woman who is royal family crazy. Let me tell you, her name is Margaret Tyler, and I feel like she's challenging me on who's the biggest royal fan.
I saw that, and I thought of you, Troy.
Now, her house in England is completely dedicated to the royal family, and she says it's happened because her parents were great royalists, and we're just going to look at the pictures.
It's crazy.
They are amazing. Jubilee room.
This is her house. This isn't a museum.
Okay. Absolutely.
I mean,
gosh, I love the royal family.
But it's a little creepy walking into that life-size
Yeah, it's a little
manor.
creepy, I'll be honest.
And what are these things? Do you see in the windows? Those are really
They're plates.
creepy.
Oh.
No, the people.
Well,
Who are they?
I have no idea.
I don't know if the royal family is going to claim them.
Let's bring up the second one. Now, this is used to be the dining room, and it's now focused on Prince William.
Okay.
And Duchess Kate's family.
Fanboyish.
Here's the thing. I don't think Duchess Kate's family should be in there.
No?
I'm just saying that.
But they're part of the royal family
They're not
now.
royal.
They
They just married into it.
Troy Thompson.
No.
How would you
being
feel
honest.
if you married into that? Would you want your family included?
I'm a bit... now, our producer over here, Miss Rhonda's shaking her head. I'm telling you, I don't want my drunk mother coming to any royal banquet. Okay? And you all know she likes it. She likes a little sippy. You know it.
As we have drinks.
Number 3, here's the memorial room, which I think is amazing. Now, this is dedicated to her favorite royal, Princess Diana.
She even has lights on, I mean...
Yeah, like, there needs to be a room just for Princess Diana.
So you agree with that?
Everyone loved that woman. Okay. What's number 4?
She commissioned stained glass windows to honor the royal family. She has
that's
one,
a bit obsessive.
Yeah, for the Kensington Palace, it took over 200 hours to do the Kensington Palace one.
That's pretty amazing.
I mean, that's she's putting somebody in business.
All right, the most expensive item, everyone, is the bust of Prince Charles. It costs $1,600. Yeah, I'd pay that.
Would for that?
Yeah, but I wouldn't, that's if I had the cash. Okay, if I had the spare cash.
You wouldn't put that on the card?
Yeah. All right. Now, back down to the real world, people. A new article came out of all the new tax laws.
Yeah, it's not
all right,
fun.
and what you cannot claim anymore. I'm furious because some of these affect me. I'm sure some things affect people with kids. Now, this is all coming into effect for our taxes this oncoming year.
Yes.
All right, personal exemptions are the first one. Each one provided a roughly $4,000 tax deduction. Not happening anymore, anyone?
Nope.
Not happening?
Nope.
Next one?
Alimony.
Not a tax deduction.
That's a big one for a lot of people.
There's a lot of people out there with kids.
Yeah. This next one, I think, it affects a lot of people.
I think it's bad. Non-military job-related moving expenses.
For us, we move a lot.
I got to claim my moving expenses coming to Lexington.
Yeah.
No more. So if I get fired, I'm up the creek without a paddle.
You're just going to have
to foot my own bill.
You're going to move yourself?
Home equity loan interest. I think that's a shame because you're investing in your future.
Right.
And you should be able to...
So, yeah, you can improve your residence, that would help for you to sell it and keep the market robust. I mean, the market now, I understand is good, right?
Let's look at this very quickly. Theft losses. I don't know about that.
Somebody stole your stuff.
Yeah, casualty losses not from a disaster declared by the president.
That's rough.
Explain that to me. I'm a bit confused.
So I would think, how during there's a hurricane, it's a national disaster, so you probably get tax deductions for everything when you lose that. We'll say there's just a major flood, but the president doesn't call it a national disaster.
Oh.
You lost all your stuff. I mean,
So I wonder, is he calling the bushfires a national disaster?
I believe so. Absolutely.
He is?
Don't quote me on that. I've been away, but yeah.
Okay, very quickly, a few more.
Employee business expenses.
This is a problem because I claim my spray tans, my clothing allowance. I claim so much, people.
Starting next year, Troy is going to be white as snow.
Yeah, my cheeks that I get put in, tax deduction,
Listen
not
to
anymore.
This one. Tax preparation fees. When you go to your person, that's always deductible.
It's enough to have a drink, people.
Yeah, a few drinks.
Yeah.
Legal fees paid on any settlements.
Yeah, this is not good.
We don't like this. Actually, you know what we're going to do with this one?
I'm sorry to depress all of you. That's it. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
We're doing this with this.
Yes.
Throwing
What are you doing?
Well, that didn't go as well as I thought.
I'd rather have a drink. All right, now I just want to tell you all, Midday Kentucky is live down at Shakespeare & Co. at the downtown location. I love it down here.
People can still stop by.
Yeah, please stop on by, but you know I'll be like this. Go round that way.
He'll just wave to his people.
See you back after this short break.
Blowing kisses.